Meta Platforms stock crashed following the company's most recently completed quarterly earnings results, where the management team talked about how much they spent on artificial intelligence and how much they expect to continue to spend on AI. That spooked investors, which started selling the shares, and they fell from 750 down to below 600. Now it's recovered a little bit since then, but it's still not experiencing the enthusiasm as investors are concerned that it's spending too much on AI. But where will the share price be by the end of next year? Or where do I think the stock price will be by the end of 2026? That's the question I'm going to answer in this video, looking at a few estimates and assumptions, and then creating a scenario analysis to determine where I think it'll end up. Of course, I'll detail where I'm getting all the information so you can see for yourself if the numbers I'm using are accurate, too optimistic, or too pessimistic. So now that we have the estimates we need, we can jump into my scenario analysis for Meta for 2027. I'm keeping the earnings per share for 2027 constant at $33.18. And I'm going to look at a few scenarios where the forward PE multiple increases because I see that as the most likely outcome for this stock in 2026. If, however, the forward PE multiple stays the same and does not expand, but the company remains on track to hit this earnings per share estimate, then the stock price could still increase all the way to $725 per share. If, however, the forward PE multiple were to increase to 24, then the stock price could increase all the way to $796 per share. If the forward PE multiple increases to 28, then the stock price could rise all the way to $929 per share. And in the most optimistic scenario I evaluated, the forward PE multiple rises to 32, which could lift the stock price up to $1,062 per share. Out of the four scenarios I highlighted, this is the least likely out of these four. However, out of all the scenarios that are possible, of course, there are many more scenarios that are possible. These four are the most likely. Where do I see as the most likely outcome for Meta's share price for 2026? I think the most likely scenario is that the stock price rises to between $750 per share and $825 per share by the end of next year. Click the link below to watch the full video.